This flower was made to dabble with and practice the satin stitch. I start with a single strand of thread, and at first I tried to conserve some thread by coming up right next to the ending of the first stitch. This resulted in an uneven stitch that I did not like. So I switched over to a more thread consuming method that required that I go in circles. I went in on one end of the petal and came up at the opposite end. After the first petal, I switched over to 2 strands and liked the look of it a lot more and decided to do the next 4 petals, also with 2 strands. I added several filling stitches to the 4 petals and found that the amount of thread used for the filling stitches, the direction of the stitch or the layering of the thread did not make much of a difference, but the area that you cover with the filling stitches did matter. I had the best looking results when filling a wide area of the petal with the filling stitches. I started filling the petals by breaking the stitch up into sections, but this resulted in uneven stitches. Then I started to stitch from the tips of the petals, but found that it was more difficult to start stitching from a smaller section. I had the best results starting from the middle and working outwards towards the tip of the shape. For the last few petals, I adjusted the number of strands and found that the stitch looked the best when I only used 2 or 3 strands. Finally, I filled the center of the shape in an alternating pattern and thought the end result looked quite interesting. But I would like to test the pattern again, this time working outwards towards all corners instead of only one corner. What do you guys think of the final satin stitch flower? And what do you think of the center with its alternating pattern? Now that I have done all the stitches, I can finally move on to a project, which includes some of the stitches I practiced already.